All right, here we go again, trying to get everything set back up here. It's me, Alex, out here from Beef Stewdio. I'm trying to get to where I can actually see the chat on my phone because the last broadcast I did, I couldn't really see it. So yeah, this is going to be my second broadcast here. I'm going to do a similar thing. So we are, let's see if I can get this chat in here. Let me cut off this audio. Okay, awesome. So we're going to do a similar thing. Charlton has sent me a couple more Tonal Autonomy samples. I've tried to improve this a little bit from the last time I noticed that you couldn't see my mouse in my DAW. Now you can see that because I'm doing a window capture and I moved everything else over to the other side for screen capture for my mixer setup. So you should be able to see my mouse now, which hopefully will be a little more helpful to everyone. So you can actually see some of the stuff that I'm doing, and then I'll leave my plugins on this bigger window so they'll look bigger for you guys. Yeah, now I can see the chat as well. So hopefully that helps everyone. So I'll try to glance down at the chat every now and then. So if you guys want to make some suggestions in what I'm doing, or if you have any type of feedback, or you want to make fun of my stupid fucking accent or something, please feel free. But we're gonna jump right into this. So I kind of requested some choral samples and some string samples from Charlton to see if he had anything in the bank. He sent me a couple folders again. So because I've kind of heard a couple things here lately, and I kind of wanted to we'll see where it goes. But I have an idea, kind of maybe do some like trap or hip hop type shit, which is not something I normally do, but I do every once in a while, just to kind of do something a little more clean and a little more like radio worthy than what I normally do. Because I do have artists that come in the studio that request that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and get into it here. Let's check out the vocals first, because this is really what I want to start with. I want to start with some choral something. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna jump like halfway down because we got A minor 155. I love A minor. So we'll see what this is all about.
Cause you snitching on them, why you think we never cross now?
Okay, not really what I was looking for. Let's try this.
In the shop.
Okay.
Now I got a house.
Okay, that's something.
Baby, I don't know why I keep on doing the things that I do for you. I do for you.
Okay, that's cool too. That could definitely be something, that little hook there. I'm not sure what key it's in. Let's see. Okay, that's a little closer to maybe what I'm looking for.
Way back to the same old day.
What is that?
Long way back to the same old day.
Okay.
Now I recognize all my wasted time. Ocean blow, so deep it can't be understood. Your eyes so full, you shipwreck in my truth.
Okay, so definitely got
Ocean blow, so deep it can't be understood. Your eyes so full.
Long way back to the same old day.
trying to just play this out in my head as I do it. Slady John Wayne in the house. What up, Wes Murdoch? Yo, I don't know if there's anybody else in here, but if you are in here, Wes Murdoch just released some new music. It's badass. Go check it out. Go check out his single. Wes, drop your single in the chat if you want. Let's see. That was also, I believe, produced by Charlton over at Tonal Autonomy up there in Nashville. Fire. Little, yeah, of course, man. Cameron Sully, nice vocals. Thank you. These are actually sample packs from Tonal Autonomy. I'm digging through here, and I'm gonna try to flip one of these. I'm not sure which one yet. I was kind of looking for something that is a chorus or something that I can turn into a chorus. And I think I'm gonna go with this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that in. I'm not sure what BPM it is. I'm not sure what key it is. So we're going to figure out what key it is in first. I'm going to cheat a little bit instead of going through and playing it. So I'm going to use auto key. So this comes with the Auto-Tune Pro Pack, and this is just like a super quick way to figure out what key something is in. So we'll check it out. So it is in E flat minor. So I'm going to, I don't know if I want to deal with E flat minor today. So I'm going to bump this up. I'm going to transpose it up one. Just so we are in E minor. All right. We're going to turn that down a little bit. E minor is a little bit easier to deal with. And so it looks like this is a little bit faster. I have it at 110, so let's see what I'm gonna just try to line it up with the bars and hope that the sample is close to just being in between bars. So this is pretty close. So 130, maybe it's at 131. Okay, so now I'm gonna double it out a couple times, and lock it up on this grid, and then I'm gonna play it with a tick and see if it sounds like it's in tempo here. Okay, so it's not. So that's fine. Now what I'm gonna do at this point, I'm gonna make this huge. I want to see. So first off, I want to cut it like right there. I'm going to delete these other two, and I'm just going to work with the one loop of the sample, and we're going to try to get this into some type of BPM. I'm going to cut it right to where it starts, just like boom, right there. All right, now we're going to drag it back and see. So it's a lot slower. So I'm just going to scroll it down. All right, I'm going to scroll it down until it looks like the second play. That part is like lined up. Okay, so we're not even getting close. So I'm gonna bring it up and just make it huge, and we're just gonna try to find long way back. So I kind of want that back, hopefully, to line up with the 3, and then hopefully this will line up with something as well. And if not, I'm gonna pull out the bin marker, and I'm not gonna mess with this thing anymore, and I'm gonna make it work to whatever tempo that I want it to work at. So that's something that's kind of cool about not knowing the tempo of a file or a sample when you open it. Is like, I mean, I could go in here and sit and nitpick and figure it out forever, but I'm only going to do that for so long until I just make it. And I'm probably going to, if it's not the right feel for the song that I want to make, I'm probably going to change the BPM anyway. So we're going to play with these numbers a little bit more and try to scroll them into something that like looks good. Boom. So that looks good. Let's see what that does. So that's pretty damn close. Let's see what happens when I like double it and double it. Okay, so that's pretty close. We can work with that. 137, kind of a weird BPM, but let's jump in here. Now, what I want to do first, normally I'm not, big on just adding a shitload of plugins all at once, but I want this to sound like a chorus. This is like my main sample, so I want it to be like chorused out. What's up, Moo Moos 1522s? Coming over from another platform. I appreciate that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, this is going to be a totally different type of stream than you're used to seeing, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in Quadravox first, which is a Eventide plugin. I got this thing for free. I think normally it's like $100, but I'm always on like the Christmas and the Black Friday free plugins, and if they're worth a damn, I keep them. This one just happens to be worth a damn. So I use this one quite a bit. So we're going to put it, instead of putting it in the send, we're going to put it in the main one, and we're going to switch the key to E minor, because that's what I put it. E natural minor. Okay, so the automatic like presets on this thing are crazy time delay. So you can see like right here, there's like time in the delay. So I don't want it to be there. I can also, I think I used this last time because I think I was talking about this. I can also just like bring this back, and we can kind of give it, boom, this like real chorus effect, ba-da-da. All right, so some of that sounds like pretty digital. So right now you can see like, especially the one octave up. So I'm gonna turn that one off, and we're gonna see what it sounds like. Okay, so that sounds cool. So I still want to modulate it some more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in Sound Toys. This little altar boy is a really cool plugin, and I want to put this after Quadravox because I want it to modulate all of those voices. I may change my mind about that, but for right now, what I hear in my head is all of these voices being modulated. Cameron, Sully, turn your DAW audio up. Okay, cool. I got you. Absolutely. Thank you for the note. So let's see what this sounds like first. And I love the format. Wait, can you guys hear my DAW audio at all? Hold on a second. Up. Newbie. There we go. There. Now we should be able to.
Way back to the same play. Way back to the same play.
So you guys couldn't hear my DAW audio at all. So now you can. So I'll let you guys listen to this sample again.
Long way back to the same old play. Long way back to the same old play.
Okay, so that's what we're working with. Thanks, Wes. Thank you, Cameron. Yeah, and then we put Quadravox on it, which.
Long way back to the same old play. Long way back.
So it's giving us some harmonies and stuff there, and then I got little altar boy on here as well.
To the same old play. Long way back to the same old play.
Long way back to the same old play. Long way back to the same old play. Long way back to the same old play. Long way back to the same old play. Long way back to the same old play. Long way back to the same old play.
So I'm going to turn my feedback down on that delay quite a bit. And I'm going to bring back this first harmony and second harmony. Cool. So with that sounds kind of cool. That sounds like the kind of like weird sample that I want to start like some type of murder beat with. So I'm going to keep rocking with that, and we're going to see how we can line this up. I kind of want to cut it in half too. So I'm just going to run out bum bum bum. I'm just going to do one at the very beginning, and then we're going to bring another one down into another track, and I'm going to put Vox sample intro. I like to label things as I go so I know what they are. Vox cut sample. All right, so now I'm going to try to cut this up, and I'm going to throw it into sample 1 because I like that. And so we're going to take that. We're going to throw this into send to sample 1. So there should be audio, send to new sample 1. All right, so I can kind of define it more in here. And if okay, so that's kind of cool. So still got a little bit of tag at the beginning. I'm gonna bring it. Okay, so that's cool. I'm also gonna turn my samples down way low so I can play in real time. Okay, so I think maybe what I want to do is I just want to take that A, and that's gonna be my sample that I use. So I'm gonna bring these plugins over to sample 1. Also, if you're a Studio One user, quick tip: you can just drag plugins onto another track. You don't have to use any type of hotkey or anything. If you drag it onto another track, it will copy that plugin. So that's pretty helpful workflow wise. So yeah, now I can kind of play my own chords like. So that's kind of nice. And we can try to get some type of melody going. This is probably going to completely change the key. It should have set E to middle C, but I don't know what it is in the middle of that phrase. I just know that it was in the key of E minor. So now we're just using a run. So hopefully it's still in E minor, but you never know. All right, so let's try to. I'm going to just play the click out and see. You know what? I don't want this to be in 137 BPM. I want it to be slower. I'm going to put it down to like 110. And then if I need to speed up the sample, I can. Okay, now let's see if Quadravox doesn't seem to be following the DAW as far as its delays are concerned. So I'm going to try to stretch the sample to line it up a little bit better. Let's see what we can do here. Bring up sample 1 and see. I honestly don't even work in sample 1 very much, so this is going to be so I don't have any bars in here. A lot of people swear by this plugin, but I do not use it almost ever. So I'm going to drag maybe the tempo. You guys are going to be learning this with me because I very rarely use this thing to actually edit things. Oh, I can trigger in reverse. Let's see if that sounds better. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Little low, growly, like choral, mean intro. It sounds pretty mean to me. So I'm going to run with that. Just 2 little notes, and then we'll put a little icon here, like some kind of piano or maybe string melody on top of it. Charlton sent me some other string packs, so I might check out those string packs. I might just put some piano on it. Let's see what happens. All right. Alright, I don't like that note, so let's just go with the 2 notes. We'll get rid of this other one. Cut it right out there. And let's see what happens here with this. So we're going to take this whole thing and duplicate it twice. This gives 3 right here. Okay, so this feels a little bit slow to me, so I'm gonna squeeze it up. It's gonna realign my MIDI tracks. So we're gonna go up to 120. Okay, cool. So that's nice. We keep this intro rocking. So I'm just gonna try to do like a little intro here with that and a little piano melody, maybe just like some simple eighth notes over the top. I'm gonna pull up a contact instrument. They just got so many good pianos in here. I really like the Gentleman. It's really nice. Grandeur. You know, I don't ever use this, so let's check it out. And let's figure out what key we're in first, because I have no clue anymore. Okay, so it sounds like we are in C sharp minor, maybe. I don't know how we got there, but that's where we are. So we're going to keep going with C sharp minor. I'm going to try to make this piano sound good here. It's really quiet right now. So I'm going to pull up my mixer window. I'm going to see what everything looks like here. So, okay, so it's hitting at like -12, even when I'm like knocking the freaking heck out of it. So we're going to tone hard. All right. This is probably not the best approach. Oh, wait, what is this? Is this a volume? There we go. There's the volume knob in the plug-in. That's what we wanted. All right. All right, thank you, Wes. Hey, make sure to drop a link to your music in the chat before you leave. But I appreciate you coming by, man. Have a good night. Okay, so I think that's my piano loop. I'm gonna lay that down. Okay, we're gonna quantize that. We're gonna duplicate it out. Okay, cool. So that's a little intro right there. That might be kind of long. Maybe 26 seconds. We'll see. What is it if we cut off a full bar? 18 seconds. So that's pretty short. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fade out the volume on this last one. And we're going to make it get real quiet here to where it goes pretty much out. Okay, cool. So that leaves me a place for a big swell, and then we can drop the drums. And I'm going to do drums differently. Yeah, thank you, Wes. I can't really tell if there's anybody else in here, but everybody check out Wes's new single on Spotify. It's badass. If you like rock and roll, you like punk popish type stuff, it's really cool. But yeah, so we got this piano fading out. Let's listen to what we got so far without the damn metronome on. Okay, cool. So, now we can duplicate this over again. We're going to say growl sample because it kind of sounds growly now. I kind of like that. We're going to call this piano because it's a piano. So we're going to call it piano. I'll name the piano. And so I'm also going to duplicate this track. Complete. I'm going to take this out. Boom. That way I've got my intro separate. Duplicate track complete. And I'm going to drag all this stuff over. That way everything is separated. So when I get into mixing, I'm going to want when those drums drop, I'm going to want that growl sample to kind of drop down. And I'm going to also edit the EQ in it to make room for the 808. And I'm going to want those piano samples to sound a lot different and interact with the vocals. But I'm not going to want them to interact with vocals in the intro because I want the music to be kind of loud because it's just two sounds right now. And it may just remain two sounds. Okay, so I'm going to go back out to my desktop. I'm going to dig through some more of Charlton's samples and see if I can find a riser. I don't like to use the reverse crash classic riser, so there's some strings in here. I'm going to listen and see if I can hear just one string note that I can pick out and make a riser. I think we did that with the guitar note last time, so we're going to try to do it with a string note this time. Violins, funk, A minor. Okay, swag cello. Okay, swag cello. I have to listen to swag cello. Its name's swag cello. Swag with 2 G's too. Oh, it's staccato. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna have to use it's called swag cello. I have to use it. Okay. Here we go. We're bringing in a swag cello. Can you guys see that? It really is called swag cello. I wasn't lying to you. Okay. Now with this one, I am gonna have to find. I'm gonna have to find the BPM because we are already locked in. We're already locked in here at 120, and I'm not changing the 120 because this sounds good. So, I'm gonna divide this into 30-second notes so I can try to line this bad boy up. Okay. This is gonna be really fun. Okay, also when I do this, I'm going to reverse this. So I'm going to go ahead and reverse it. So it's like, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to speed it way the fuck up. I'm just going to speed it crazy, crazy, crazy faster. Like, to where it's only like 1 bar long. And then it's not going to matter what the staccato sounds like. It's only 1 fucking bar long. So, okay. Nice. Okay, now we got to make this like, we got to make it do something. And I want to speed it up a little bit less, maybe 3.7. So it's right at the, oh shit, what did I do? Speed up 25, 3.7. There we go. Maybe, yeah, that's a little bit closer to the end of the bar. And honestly, I can just roll that back. Okay, so we're going to give it a big, long. Okay, and then I'm going to boost the volume up on this whole thing just like a ton. So it's like, I'm going to just make it digitally clip, because why not? Cool. That actually sounds kind of cool doing that. Sometimes making stuff clip is cool. Alright, cool. Now I got the fader turned down. So now we want to kind of make that sound like something. You know what? Let's make sure it's kind of sounds in-ish, some type of key somewhere. And then we will bring this down here so we're working all together. We're going to unmute all of this, the rest of this stuff, and see what the swag cello is doing in our riser here. Okay, that fits with me. I'm cool with that. Pitch wise, somehow I don't know. It works. It's only 2 notes, so probably not that far-fetched that it fits in, but it fits in nicely. I like that. And now getting on to the fun part. Let's see. Normally I do drums before bass and 808s. So I think I'm still gonna stick with that today. I think I'm still gonna stick with doing drums first. So we're gonna stretch this out. We're gonna make this. Let's see. That is gonna be. This is at 26 seconds, and this is at 42. So that's like less than 20 seconds. It's like 16 seconds. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. We're going to pull this out to a cool 16. And then let's just go nuts with some drums. I'm going to dig through some drum packs that I got from my buddy Christian. He made some really cool trap drums. He normally makes dubstep. Check him out. Slime Cinema. Fucking boy. So we're gonna check out his pack that he sent me, because there's some really cool stuff in there. Do one shots, and let's see what kind of kick drums we got in here. Kick beats. I don't know what kick beats are, but let's find out. Okay. So I like that, but I really want to roll off the top. I'm going to try to find something a little bit closer. I like that. That fucking knocks right there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull this in. This is going to be our kick. And then let's see if he's got some snare drums in here for us. I know he does. Let's see. Are we feeling snaps? Should we swag cello it out with some snaps? Let's see. I don't know. Let's leap out a couple bars here and see. Oh, we got trap snares. You know what? I like that. I like that snare a lot. So we're gonna put that one in here. Honestly, I like both the first two, but I feel like the other one is like kind of like a bring it in snare. So we might do a little bring it in snare too. We're going to put these on all the threes just so we can start kind of gridding this thing out and make it make a little bit of sense. Oh, shit. I put it on the right threes and we'll be good. Okay. I like to do the snare drum kind of like first. Even if I'm like picking out the kick drum, I don't like to program that first. I like to do the snare drum because, like, for me, snare drums are pretty much always going to fall on three. There's at least going to be some type of something on three that I'm doing that's like this is, you know. And if I want to change it later, I can, but it can at least give me a feel for, like, what this shit sounds like. I'm working at M44 at 120 BPM, trying to make a clean sounding, like, hip-hop track, so I want to have snares or snaps or claps or something on three. So let's see how we're doing here. Okay, that snare sounds cool. So I'm gonna start looking for some ticks. So you got some hats in this motherfucker. I want just like a really crisp but soft hat. So we'll see. It's a high demand here, but we'll see what we got working. Let's see. It kind of clashes with the snare a little bit too much, but. Okay, we like that hat. Actually, it sounds very nice. Holy shit. That's a good one. Alright, I think I want to do like every other one. So this is not a way that I normally do hats, or any percussion for that matter, but this is how I'm going to do it right now. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first four, and normally I will take these like this, boom, and I'll lower the velocity on every other one to make it sound a little bit more natural. So you got, so that's nice. And then I'm gonna run it out. I'm just gonna run it all the way out, just like I did the snare drums. Dun, 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 dun. And then we're gonna go back in, and then we're gonna make everything work. So I'm just gonna run everything out and make sure that I like the way everything sounds in just like a simple gridded 4/4. And then I'm going to start to like cut stuff and make some magic happen here. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see if any magic happens or not. The shit might end up being whack. Yeah, this is where we're going so far. So right now I'm just listening for what, like, this shit sounds dumb as hell. It's just like a 4/4 beat. But I'm just listening to like the samples that I just chose and like making sure that they mesh together, making sure that there's nothing that like sticks out as like gonna be this weird crazy thing. So right now that snare drum that I love so much is kind of sticking out to me a little bit. Let's listen to how it sounds coming in. Alright, so oh man, I like that snare, but I think I'm gonna pick out another one. I think I'm gonna pick out another snare. I'm gonna mute this one and I'm gonna just hang on to it and throw it down here. But I think I'm gonna try another snare. We'll try some more trap snares because I mean, shit, I only listened to like 2 of them or something. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the one. So let's listen to it in with the. Okay, so this one sounds like it might belong a little bit better. So we're going to pull this one in and we're going to line this one up and see if it sounds a little bit better than the other one. And if not, I mean, I may end up doing like several layered together. But we'll see if this, I want to be close. I want to be close to the sound of the drum kit that I want to use to start off with. Okay, cool. So that is way better. That snare sounds a lot better. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still gonna leave this snare in as like an accent snare on the 4th. So we'll be like, oh wow, I just soloed all those like a real smart person. Here we go. Cool, so we're just kind of thicken it up a little bit. And so we're going to just lower it down a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and write my 808 part. I'm going to try to figure out a little bass part, see if we got anything growly in here that's not. A lot of this stuff is really dubsteppy because he's a dubstep producer, so some of it is nice and true. That is sick, nasty right there. Okay, I like that. So we got to get this into C sharp. So we're going to take this, boom. We're going to send a new sample 1. This is when I normally use sample 1. When I'm using like a single shot and I'm putting it in and I'm playing it. Okay, and it's in F. So we got to get it down to C sharp. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to transpose it down 4. So, and then that should make my C note wait, no. That's not what we want to do. We need to transpose it down 5, I think. Oh my goodness. Maybe I've done this before, maybe I haven't. Let's see. Okay, so I like that 808 a lot. Sounds good to me. I was just playing around on the keyboard, writing a little melody here. I didn't have time to set up a keyboard camera today. Next time, I'm going to set up my second camera on the keyboard so you guys can see what I'm doing with my hands. So, here we go. We're going to record this 808 part. Okay, that was a little melodic for what I wanted. Also a little melodic for what I wanted. Let's try it again. I'm just going to keep going until I get something that I feel like sounds good. Okay, I like that first round. That was pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, fix that note. Didn't sound as really like I wanted it to sound, so we're gonna quantize this. Cool. So we get that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it right below my kick, and I'm going to line them kicks up with some of these 808 shots. Maybe all of them. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using the 808 track right here. I'm looking at the beginning of these notes, and I'm just lining all the kick drums up with them. Because really, in this track, all I'm using the kick drum for is to like make that 808 hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to side chain it to it. I'll make that go boom. So it sounds like he's doing that boom, boom, instead of just like whoa, 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 whoa. We want it to have some type of articulation there. So yeah, I'm just going to keep rolling along here, and every time that 808 hits, I'm going to make the damn kick drum hit. And that's how we're going to do it. And now I'll leave it nice and simple. Dum, dum, boom. Okay. And now I'm going to take away these four on the floor right here, and we're going to duplicate all these kick drums. And let's see what it sounds like. Maybe it sounds like trash. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not mad at that. So now we gotta do some cool little accent things. I'm actually gonna be right back. I'm gonna put this on pause because I gotta go use the bathroom. So I'm gonna let the sample spin for a minute, let y'all just listen to it and jam out to it. If there's anybody in here, if you guys have any suggestions for me, please feel free. If you're like, oh, you should put this in there, or do some triplets, or do 64th notes with the hats, or whatever you think. You let me know if you got any suggestions. first thing I'm hearing is the piano has no reverb on it and sounds really quite shit. So we're gonna fix that because I don't want my piano to sound like shit. So we're gonna throw some reverb on this bad boy. And you know what? I'm gonna bounce this down to audio too. I can't stand here now without reverb. So I'm gonna mute the rest of this. We're gonna bounce it down to audio because I'm like, that's the piano track that I want. So I gotta put some reverb on this so I can kind of get the feel of the drums. Again, you know, no rules in production. If I want to go ahead and start putting some damn, if I want to go ahead and start putting reverb on stuff and putting plugins on stuff, hell, I'll just do it. I try not to, but sometimes I just can't stand the sound of something until it's kind of close to, being mixed, because maybe I don't want that piano sound at all. Maybe I'm going to go back in here and like edit this piano quite a bit. But take Valhalla, we're going to put super massive on it. This shit is cool. It's free. You can download it from their website. It's got some cool, like, you can just start off with presets, and it's nice. Sounds nice. So it's so long. This is like filling up my whole mix, which is kind of dope. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm actually going to put it on that growl too, the growl sample, and I'm just going to turn it way down. Because with that 808 hitting in there, we want this growl sample to kind of be way in the background, so I'm going to turn this way down. Honestly not mad at the hats just being eighth notes. Okay, and I'm going to come back in here in the snare because I like little snare runs. So I'm going to take that first snare that I remember hearing, the first trap snare. That's cool. So I'm going to take this guy and I want to make it go brr, brr. Maybe like 64th or 32nd notes. Okay, so we're gonna put all our snares together. We're gonna put this bad boy right in here. Bump. And we're gonna make it. Are these 30-second notes? I think they are. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm try. Let's see what that sounds like. Doesn't sound great. Maybe just because it's so damn loud. You know what? Let me try to shorten them all. Let's see what that does. I'm going to change it to 64th notes so I can, boom, cut them all in half. And let's see if that separates it and gives us some kind of... That's kind of cool. Sounds like a fucking automatic BB gun. I really like that. Cool little snare thing. And I'm going to change the pitch on one. Change the pitch on one, I'm going to pitch it down. It feels like it should go up, but I'm going to go down. Because why the fuck not? Cool. All right, let's see what we got so far here. Nice little intro coming into. We got the first 8 bars gridded out. Let's go ahead and knock out this whole 16. We'll just make it double, and then we'll do a little break, and then chop some stuff up and make it cool. I kind of want to put some more hats in there, maybe a little open hat or something. And maybe some weird percussion. Well, let's see. This is gonna be, how far into the song is this if we do full 16? So this is gonna be a minute into the song. So we'll have an intro. So that's 58 seconds minus 26 seconds. Okay, so we'll have time for a little chorus, another verse, and another chorus, and then we'll be on to the end. Let's see what we got. Solo this up. We're gonna get this out of here because we don't want it anymore. Not for right now, at least. All right. So one thing that I hear is that piano still sounds like shit without any reverb on it. So I'm going to put some reverb on there, and we're going to do the same with a growl in the intro because it sounds kind of whack. I might EQ it a little bit too. Okay, so I want to do a cut for that last 4. First, I'm going to fade out this whole thing. Okay, and then I'm just going to fucking delete everything. I'm just going to delete all of it. I'm going to just bump. Because with this in mind, like we're thinking about, I'm thinking about what a vocalist is going to sound like on this. Like, I want a vocalist to have room to, like, do their thing on this. I'm going to undo the cuts from the 808 because I want to keep the 808 in there, actually, now that I'll listen to it. So I'm going to take the kick out so it softens the 808 up a little bit, so it's not like bomb in your face. You give it a little bit of room to breathe. And then I'm going to try just doing quarter notes on all the hats here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and do the same thing that I did in the beginning with the hats, where on the 8th notes, I turn the velocity down on every other one so it sounds a little bit more natural. Because now every other one is not the same every other one as it was. So we have to, got to make that work. So I'm going to just cut out all of them, and then I'm going to take this second one and turn it down, and then I'm just going to duplicate it for the rest of the few bars just so I don't have to go through and look at every single one of them. All right, so let's see what that transition is going to sound like now. Okay, cool. This sounds kind of weird like it is, but if there's a vocalist running on that, it's going to cover that transition. So that's the goal of this song, is this is making something for a rapper to be rapping on. That's where he's going to, be able to flex real hard. So I just popped that Valhalla Supermassive over onto those little snare rolls just because I just wanted to see if they work together. They kind of do. Turn them down a little bit, put them kind of in the background. All right, now we're going to try to do some cool stuff with the hats because right now the hats kind of sound... I kind of like how they sound just doing eighth notes, but they could definitely sound better. They could be more interesting. So we're going to cut some stuff out probably. And see what we can't make it sound like. All right, so let's start from the beginning here. All right, first I want to find an open hat. So that's what I want to do. I want to cut out the hats that I have and do some type of open hat in here. So let's see, hats. Does he have any open hats in here? I think these are all. Okay, so that'll fit. So we're gonna put that on the somewhere in here. I don't remember where exactly where it goes. So that one. Take that bad boy out of there. We're gonna slide this one in right here. We're gonna turn it way down. Oh, that doesn't have any type of resonance to it. So let's see if we can give it some hat 34. Hey, that'll be in the supermassive black hole as well. Okay, no, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna slow it down and make it sound like a hat. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Now it sounds like an open hat. We're going to put it on the third one here too. Duplicate. So it'll be like... We're going to skip one. We're going to put it there. Boom. Nice. So... that's our first 4. We're going to do the same. We're going to just duplicate this thing out. Boom, boom. And cut off the same hats. And I kind of want the hat to go with, at the end of this phrase, I kind of want it to go with the 808. Why not? And you know what? I kind of want this to just trill. So we're going to get it. All the way about halfway, maybe. It gives a little something there. Okay, so we do the same thing to both sides. Actually, you know what? I'm working in 16, but really only need to be working in 8 because I'm just going to duplicate them. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take all of this, and then I'm going to duplicate it. All right. So let's see what we got. right away I can tell that the volume automation that I did in the piano is a little bit too drastic. It doesn't fade out, it just sounds like it cuts out, and we want to still be able to hear those last notes. So I'm going to go back in here and I want to pick some of these notes up. At least the last couple notes till the trill comes in. We're going to bring them up just a little bit. Now we're going to take this and we're going to bring it over here. Actually, you know what? We're going to do a whole different part for the break. So I kind of just want to run down the scale of the piano. Let's see. So that's gonna be my little part for that. So I'm gonna turn on my metronome. All right, I can already tell I didn't play that last note long enough, so I'm gonna stretch that bad boy out, and then we're gonna quantize the whole thing. And we're going to quantize it to 8th notes, maybe, instead of 64th notes. Okay. We're going to keep our same growls in there, maybe. Duplicate that. It's going to be what, 58 seconds to a minute and 14 seconds. So that's a 16-second chorus. Let's see how that feels. The last one a different phrase. Cool. So that's going to give it some kind of movement for the change. We're going to bring this over here too, and we're going to I kind of just want to leave it open. I kind of want to leave it opened up like that and just like really reverby, and maybe I'll bring in a couple like reverse swells or something. Honestly, that sounds kind of dope to me, so I'm gonna leave it just like that. I don't want to put too much in here because I don't know if you guys know any rappers, but they got nice little egos, and then we want to let them shine on their own track. So, paste that out and do the same thing for this on the course. Wow. And then that puts us at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So, got a little bit of time here. Honestly, the hooks could maybe be twice as long, or we could do 3 verses. Let's do 3 verses. Fuck it. Boom. Duplicate that. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if this fucking sounds good at all. Oops. I'm going to do a couple little editing things. I'm going to edit out that last growl for the end just so it's like piano fading out. That's how it's going to end. Okay. Okay, so another thing I'm noticing is the growl sample is a little bit loud. It's a little bit loud in the track, but like in the verses, but in the chorus, I want it to be louder. So I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate that track. So we got growl sample 3 now. So we can, oh my goodness, it's going to move it together. Okay, well, I'm going to go all the way back out, undo that, and I'm going to duplicate track complete. Then I should be able to move them separately. Yep, okay. So I'm going to take these out, these out, these out, and these out. Okay, now I can move them independently. So So I kind of want some hats to come in, hats and snare in that last bar. So I'm gonna bring in probably a little set from right here. We want 1 full bar of 1/8 notes, so I'm gonna copy these. Boom. Copy, and then before I do anything else, I'm gonna delete all of this duplication that I've done because I know I'm going to run it out 3 times, 3 times. So I'm going to delete all that so I don't make changes in one part that I don't make in another. So I really want it to be 2 bars maybe. Oh, we got a couple extras here. All right. So let's see which snare we like here. You know what? We're going to use our little auxiliary snare because I liked that snare a lot. It just did not fit in where we were. So we're going to put a V. Tune this one up 3, and I'm going to tune this one down 1. Okay. I also want that open hat to line up with that last snare, just to get a little flair in there, do something. Okay, so we like all of that, and I cut that up to the bar. All right, let's listen to the whole thing. Okay, so I'm running into a thing here where in this intro, if I have the growl too loud, it doesn't sound good coming into the next beat. It makes it sound kind of empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to saturate the growl that's in the verses so it cuts through the mix a little bit more but isn't so loud. Alright, so I'm kind of onto the mixing process at this point. I'm going to run everything back out. I might make a few tweaks here and there, cut some more things out. As I see fit, but I'm going to go ahead and start mixing this bad boy because I'm feeling pretty good about it. So we're going to take that. We're going to 2, 3. We're going to start mixing this thing. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all these drums because I haven't really been paying attention on a lot of these drum samples are already like zeroed out, and so they don't sound great together. I'm going to make sure none of them are clipping in their own right. I'm going to make sure they're all hitting about -6 along with the 808. I'm treating the 808 like it's part of the drum kit. Even though it's a melodic instrument, I'm going to treat it like it's part of the drum kit. And one of the things I'm also going to do is I'm going to pan my hats. So I'm going to pan my regular tick to the left a little bit. I'm going to pan my open hat to just gonna loop the verses because I'm trying to work with the drums right now. They cut out the chords, so. I'm gonna get those kind of close to the volume that I want before I start doing top down. Okay, so that's pretty close. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from the top down now. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just highlight all these tracks. Make sure I got all my drums in here, and then I'm going to add bus for selected channels. This is gonna be my drum bus. So now all my drum, everything is coming through there. I'm gonna pop over to Universal Audio. This is usually the first thing that I put on my drums. This is a Pultec. This is I usually don't use the Pro, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see if there's any good drum presets in here. Drum overheads, master stuff. Okay, that's why I don't use the Pro because there's no presets. Okay, remove. I'm gonna bring in this bad boy, the regular Pultec Legacy. It's a classic here because I know that this one has. Let's see. We'll try Meaty Punch first. Holy shit! Now it's clipping like a motherfucker. That's not what I want. Drums sound a lot more together with that. I'm gonna try this Meaty Punch preset first. Okay, I love the sound of that. It just keeps clipping out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a limiter and I'm just gonna put a negative 6 dB limiter at the end of that because that preset sounds great. I can definitely work with that on the drums. I'm just gonna use regular stock limiter on this. This is my go-to to just calm shit down. And I'm gonna go to negative 3 dB limiting. We're gonna use a soft clip for it because it's gonna clip. I mean, this thing is just loud as fuck. So. When this shit drops, we want it to drop. We want these drums to drop hard in the master. So. So, drums are sounding pretty damn good. So, I'm going to pop over here. And, they're still not super together. I'm going to grab Pro C. I'm going to keep going on the drums and get them close to finish. The growl I really want to saturate, but I'm going to wait. So, we're going to do drum bus. We're going to do big smack. This limiter. Now. You can see right now that this is my 808 track right here. You can see that thing is hitting at negative 12, but it is just absolutely banging through the mix. So that just goes to show you you don't have to saturate the fuck out of the 808. You don't have to boost it up to negative 0.2 to make it punch through the mix. You can just EQ that thing and then your whole kit is gonna sound good. It doesn't have to be nothing. It don't have to be nothing crazy. I'm gonna put this snare trill over just a little bit to the right. This goes all the way to the right 100. I'm gonna put it 18 over to the right. I'm gonna put just to try to create a little bit more space. And then also the snare is a little bit harsh. I love the EQ of it. The tuning is great. But it's a little bit harsh. It don't have no reverb love right now. So we're gonna pop in here. I'm gonna put this reverb plate on it from Arturia. Thank you, Arturia, for this lovely Christmas gift that I use on every fucking snare. If you've ever seen me mixing, 99% of the time I'm gonna put this on a snare. I'm gonna pull this frequency boost back to about 1300, maybe like 11. We'll put it around 11, and I'm gonna boost it. I'm gonna boost the shit because that's where I want that reverb to be. And it sounds crazy right now, but when I turn this thing down, it's gonna sound beautiful. All right, so I got it all right now. I got it all the way wet. I got the drive all the way wet. The model is on a classic. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna leave it on a classic. Blend all the way wet with 100. I changed. If you go to advanced on this plugin, you go to the post equalizer. You got a frequency boost here. I'm boosting it says 1094, about around 1100 hertz. I'm boosting it 6 decibels because that's where I want this reverb to sit. And you can hear, like, this is why I left it turned up, and so you can hear exactly where I want that reverb. Now I'm gonna bring it way back, where I can barely hear it. Now you can hear it chill that thing way out, but now it's sitting so nicely in the mix. It sounds like it's actually in that kit. Now what I'm listening to is I'm hearing the snare trill. So I'm gonna loop this little trill part right here because it doesn't sound great. I need it to snap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna solo it. I'm gonna solo it by itself. Boom, snare trill. Okay, so it's not snappy enough for me. It's a little too like muddy. So I'm gonna try to EQ it into making it sound how I want it to sound. And I'm thinking, so there's like a phone setting that's normally used for like vocals on here, but this is kind of like the frequencies that I want out of this snare drum. It's kind of boosted at 1500, boosted at 1K, boosted at like 26. So when it cuts everything else out. So let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so that's kind of what I want from that. And then without it, kind of muddy. It's got kind of a little bit of bass in it and stuff. And then back on. And that's going to allow me to turn this thing up too, and I can reverb it a little bit more. Okay, cool. So let's see how it sounds in the mix. Let's go back here. Let's change my loop up. Okay, so it still doesn't quite have as much like clack on the high end as I want, so I'm gonna scoop this up. That's what I'm looking for right there. Boom. Super easy. Oh, I'm missing a kick drum here. That's a problem. I don't have a kick drum on my fucking one. Okay. So now we're gonna get rid of fucking everything. Just like this. Bye-bye, everybody. Boom. And we gotta put a kick drum on the one because I knew something didn't sound right when that was transitioning over. Boom. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna put a kick drum on this one too, even though it fades out afterwards. Let's see. Okay, cool. So now I can run everything back out again. I know I keep going back and forth with this because I think I'm done editing, but I'm not. It happens. A lot. Okay. Okay, so the swag cello here. We gotta chill this thing out too. It's a little fucking crazy. So let's put the same supermassive on. This thing's been working for fucking everything in this track, so why not? If it ain't broke. Okay. Damn it. Right when I drug everything back out and thought I was done editing, I'm not, because now what I want is I want the same piano, but I want it an octave down. So I'm going to duplicate track complete. I'm going to take this. I'm going to right click it, transpose it to -12, and I'm going to turn it down. Just going to be in the background. Because I don't have a lot in that midsection there, so that's kind of what we want. I'm going to turn the reverb way the fuck down because now that there's two of them, it's going absolutely ape shit. Okay. So I just panned my high piano like 50% left, and the lower piano 50% right. Just to kind of see what it sounds like. It's the same one on this side. So that's kind of cool. Panned it out, gives a little bit more of a spread during the verses. I just got to duplicate these tuned down ones. Okay, so this melody in the chorus sounds like a damn cinematic some shit. So I'm gonna take my little tape mellow-fi thing here and fucking make it weird. Let's warm it up a little bit, give a little bit of love. I'll fucking love this plugin. I've been using it a bunch since I got it. I gotta update my plugin thumbnail because I can't ever see it down here. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna see. Let's just loop this bad boy real quick so I can tune her in here. Because I don't want that. Okay. So that sounds way cool. Put a shitload of reverb on it. I'm going to slow this thing down and see if it's okay to stretch out like this. Cool. So that kind of worked out. I'm just going to bring it back. Let's see. Cool. So we're going to do the same thing back here. We're going to copy the swag cello. Fucking love that name. And you know, turn this thing way down. It doesn't need to be... Okay, cool. So now one other thing that I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to really make that kick drum fucking bang. If you've never done this before, I don't think you would be watching this stream. But so I'm going to put a compressor on the 808, and I'm going to sidechain that compressor to my kick drum. Classic. We're going to do super fast attack. We're going to do pretty damn quick release. We're going to do pretty high ratio, pretty low threshold, 16 dBs. Let's see what that sounds like. That transition. I wanted to go cut to we're gonna go back to 30-second notes. Side. Could have just copied and pasted it, but it's such a quick move that. Okay, so we're reverbing the fuck out of that intro one. We're gonna saturate the fuck out of it too. We're gonna put something just fucking intense on it. Maybe a guitar amp, stoner amp. Sounds like something to go through. Fucking shit, that's cool. Now we gotta put it on all of them though. Oh my god, it's gonna completely change the whole fucking mix. I gotta turn the level down. Nope, that's just volume. Drop down a little bit. Oh, it's so cool though. Fuck. Okay, fine. We're gonna have to remix this whole fucking song maybe, but I gotta do it because it sounds cool. Now it just sounds like an electric guitar sample. It's too fucking intense, man. It's too intense like that. Like the drive is just way too fucking high. Maybe it's fine in the intro. Okay. Shit. I'm not mad at that. Listen to transition. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to duplicate the track complete. In the outro, I'm going to remove that so it goes back to just the original sample. Yeah, 89. Okay, I'm fine with that mix. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna do a quick master. And yeah, we'll fucking wrap it up here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to waves again. Waves mastering stereo. I'm just gonna drag it onto my thing here. And then right after that, I'm going to pull a PreSonus limiter. We're going to do 0 dB limiting just so I'm not going over, because I mean I can crush it into this limiter and it'll probably be fine. I mean, it's all digital instruments and shit, so 0 dB. This is going to keep me from clipping, even if I want to crank some shit up in the master. And I haven't mastered anything like really clean with this yet, so let's try and make it pop. Hearing that fucking just master preset sounds incredible, and it brought me right up to volume. There's no like crazy clipping. Okay, but I hear in these pianos when it fades out and goes to the next phrase that it sounds super not good. So I'm just gonna make them really small fade outs. I'm just gonna go in here to all 3 of the middle ones, and we're gonna make them small little baby fades. I think it sounds good in the end going into the chorus, but right here they do not sound good, so I'm just gonna pretty much unfade them almost. So gosh, I went back all the way from mastering to mixing. Skip mixing, went right back to editing. Okay, welcome to Beef Stewdio. Take the same sidechain compressor that I put on the 808, and I'm going to put it on the piano and see what the fuck that does. So the kick will also be compressing the piano. I think I'm done with this thing. It's mastered up to volume. The master sounds good. I mean, I pretty much mixed it how I wanted to, so I didn't need to do much with that master. I just popped that preset on there. Most of the time I have to at least tweak the presets, but I kind of already had everything how I wanted it. It's all digital instruments. So this has been a quick one, guys. I'm going to run this mix down, and unless I hear something crazy, then we're gonna call it a night. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Charlton over at Tonal Autonomy, for letting me start to take over on Wednesdays. This is super fun. It helps me be productive on Wednesday night and just make something new from scratch and do things different how I would normally do it, because normally I would never start from a sample. Normally he and I both play a bunch of instruments, and normally we make the samples and don't start from them. So this is really cool to kind of do everything inside the box and not and kind of have to rely on what I have just in the computer. Like everything that I've done, like you can do without any instruments or I mean, you don't even really have to have an interface. You could just have a laptop and a set of headphones, and you could do, what I just did. Maybe some of the plugins I used, I guess, maybe not, but yeah, this one was pretty simple. All my samples are super good. Again, shout out Charlton, Tonal, Autonomy. Shout out Christian, Slime Cinema. It was his drum packs that I was using tonight. And just shout out Wes Murdoch for coming in earlier. If there's anybody still in here, you can check out his Spotify link that he left in the chat. So I'm going to run a mix down on this. Also, we're going to start posting the mix downs that I make from my little sample flips and cookups on the Tonal Autonomy website for free download. And if there's any submissions, if anyone wants to put vocals to any of these tracks, I may do sessions where I mix the vocals in, or if you want to mix them, these we're just gonna give these tracks that I make away for free. So please feel free that if you like them and you want to use them, you want to put your vocals on them, you want to remix them, if you want any samples, whatever, hit us up. Check us out at Tonal Autonomy, man. They're doing some cool shit over there. We got a lot of stuff in the works. So yeah, I'm going to run this mix down and shut up. And let's see, what are we calling it? TA Twitch. And it is March the 2nd. So 3/2/22. Cool. So here we go. I'm going to master it in real time so everybody can listen to it. And again, thank you for tuning in.